Welcome back to Radical Garage. It's been a hot minute since we put a video out. The F-150 has been what I've been working on. I have a lot of content for that, but currently stalled on that because I need a welder. I have one lined up, so that video should be coming out shortly, hopefully after this one. But right now, we're working on the inline 6 motor for the 1966 Mustang. First things first, we got to get the red out of here. We got to change it to Ford blue, something nice. Kind of debating if I want to order a new oil pan. Got a dent on this side that's not the nicest. Just going to see what I can do with this one, but first things first, we got to strip the paint. And in order to do it on this side, I already have this side done. I can bring you guys and show you later. But in order to do it on this side, I need to remove the fuel pump. I think I can pull the dipstick tube out. I got to remove the distributor. And I think that's pretty much it. I got to tape those holes off too so nothing gets inside of them, obviously. Woo, hello. And I'm going to pull that off. Clean up some of these ports and everything. I got a new water or thermostat housing coming. And I want to see if I can get this back to chrome. So hopefully in this episode, this motor. Oh, I also have new parts coming for it, like a new fuel pump. We're going to see if this distributor works before I, put the money out for a new one. I got a new water pump because I believe that's the problem on that one. And, they're cheap enough. Might as well, while we're here, get it out. Also going to replace the frost plugs on this side. And kind of give it a quick, throw the parts that usually wear out fast. Replace them while we can. The engine does move over. I'll show you that, guys, or show you guys that later. But for now, let's get in and take this fuel pump and distributor out. I got to clock or make note of what the positions are at for the distributor, what the arm is positioned, if it's on top or pointed up or pointed down on the cam for the fuel pump. So there's a few things we got to do before we can start taking this paint off. So let's dive into it. Okay, hopefully this is a good angle to see what way that lever arm is pointed on this fuel pump. Let's start taking these bolts out. So right here, what you can see I'm trying to do is plug the holes with my fingers and move the arm up and down to see if I can feel any pressure built up against my fingers. And as you can see here, I determined that it is junk. spouts. I'm gonna try to shoot something in there just for precautionary measures. Oops, there we go. Now this stuff is my one of my favorite lubricants. It's a Triflow Superior lubricant. One of my favorites. It's like ½ inch. Yeah. While I got this camera rolling, I'm going to take this opportunity to clock it, or at least notate where it is pointed. Now it's up to you guys to remember that location and remind me when I go to reinstall it. Got that? Clamp or hold down is now loose. There's that. All this stuff's gonna get. I don't know what color that should be. A little clamp hold down. Should be blue, black, something high temp. Oh, yeah. More? Yes. Have everything? Okay, so what is it that we're putting on, buddy?
I'm trying to remember.
Paint?
Yes.
Paint what? Stripper? Paint stripper. Okay. So you take this, don't let this go on your hands. I want you to do this side, okay? See this line right here?
I have to do that?
Nope, don't go above it. We're gonna do everything below it, okay? So I'm gonna do...
So we're gonna go like...
Yep. Now this stuff's gonna eat this foam brush, so don't worry if it starts to get weird. Yep, but what I want you to do is lean over and keep your legs behind you. So don't sit in the chair, stand up like this. There you go. So just get a little bit, and then paint the engine. So just put it. Yeah. Now we let it sit for 24 hours. Okay. After 24 hours, this is what the paint stripper did. You can tell it definitely bubbled the paint out, but we're gonna take a wire wheel to this, see what we can knock off, and I think we're gonna have to apply a second coat, that's for sure. Okay, so this is attempt 1 at stripping the paint with the paint stripper. Let's do a second coat and see what it can do. We got a lot of grease and oil buildup off on this one, so hopefully next time it proves a lot better. Okay, this is the second coat. As you can tell, it's heating it up a lot better, getting under that paint. So we're gonna let this sit for a few hours and we'll come back and wire brush it off, and hopefully we're at bare metal, because that would be nice, because after that I still gotta do the front and see what we can do at the top. I'd like to make it back to chrome if possible, so I might need to get some steel wool and stuff like that to try to clean the top up. So it's a day or two later. Forgot to get the phone out and record, but we got the main part of the engine in Ford blue. It's looking pretty cool. What we're thinking is, what I'm thinking in is for the oil pan, I need a little contrast. So I think that's gonna go black. Got the paint for that, so I'm not too worried. I'm waiting on a oil pan gasket for that. Up here with the valve cover, wanted it to be back to chrome. Don't think this stuff's gonna clean up, but there's my attempt. Doesn't feel good. I think it's gonna be rough and not look like I want it to. So I have a plan B. Stay tuned for that. I think that'll look pretty cool. I do plan on pull the head off, clean it up, paint it blue so it's not, red, white, and blue and all that stuff. But right now what I'm waiting for is a fuel pump. Don't think that guy is gonna do what I want. So we're gonna order a new fuel pump, and after that I got a new water pump. I have a new thermostat. Cleaned up the thermostat housing. That's all cleaned up and painted. Then I have to take this timing cover off, clean that, paint it. Not too worried about doing all that stuff. I just want to make sure that I have a fuel pump on first before I do all that. Well, we have a change of plans here. What I got to do is I want to clean this up a little bit. It doesn't look too bad. There's a lot of sludge and stuff in here, but nothing I wasn't expecting. See if I can get you in here. So yeah, I want to clean up this surface, get all this paint off it, clean it up. Maybe try to clean up this stuff. Clean up some of that sludge and everything. Once I get the fuel pump delivered, I'll put it on and rotate it, and then we'll see if all the valves are opening and closing correctly and if there's any problems. And after I do that, I do want to take the rocker assembly or the rocker arm assembly off, and then look at these rollers here and see if we have any bent ones. But if we come over here, you can see we got the valve cover nice and painted. It's not the best. I might touch it up later. I mean, and I shouldn't be showing it, but there's stuff in the grooves that I'd like to clean up, but we'll see. Right now it's not gonna be the forever motor in it. It's just something to make it look nice until I can switch the motors around. But yeah, things gonna come along. I got another little treat for it too, so it's not quite done yet. And then bed for the 79, which is right there, not forgotten. We're still working on it, so we got things happening. So we got the oil pan off. Take a quick look at what it's looking like under here. If any of you guys see anything that's of concern, hopefully I catch it. Leave in the comments, and hopefully I catch it before I, put it in the car, because that's really gonna be my last chance to get it before I have to pull the whole motor out or something like that. I do plan on taking this off. One thing I did see was don't know what that little guy is, but we're gonna get him out of there. Hopefully that oil pump's good. Kind of taking a risk here. Do got to clean up some RTV over here. Obviously got to clean up the gasket. But yeah, oil pan is off. Oil pan was looking rough, but not anymore. It's all spray painted, all black, nice and shiny. And you can see the dents I was talking about earlier. But not too bad. Cleaned up better than I thought. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up this mating surfaces between the oil pan and the engine block, so I can put the gasket in there. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna put the rubber seals, the new rubber seals, in some oil. Let them try to absorb some of that up so they seal better. Still gonna put RTV on it, just for precautionary measures. But yeah, I'll be back once I clean the surface up. Do want to try to throw, actually no, never mind. I thought that was part of the block. That's not. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up this mating surface, and then clean up the mating surface on the oil pan, and then put the gasket on, and probably gonna RTV it, like I said, just to be safe. But I'll be back when I'm doing that process. We got updates. So, starting with, the fuel pump is on. Not a new fuel pump. It is the old fuel pump. I'm just putting that as a placeholder for right now. The oil filter is off. We have touched it up so it looks a little bit better. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but we have the timing cover gasket. There's a part number in case anyone needs that. There's my ever-growing box of parts. So, with the timing cover gasket, I know some of you have already guessed. Yeah, we're doing touch-up work on this side too. We are working on pulling off the harmonic balancer, and as you can see, I goofed up. So hopefully I can press that back on, but if I can't, no big deal. Sure, I got one on the other engine that I can put on. But I'm gonna get back to trying to pull this off. Look at my janky setup. If it works, it works, So I gotta space that out a little bit better. But I'll come back when I get the harmonic balancer off and the timing cover off. Got the timing cover off. Doesn't look too bad under there. Definitely think the oil leak and why it was so oily was because of the timing cover seal. So we got that off, sitting here, and I'm gonna go work on clean this bad boy up. So I'll be back. We have the timing cover put back on here now. I'm waiting for, I put gasket maker, an excessive amount, some may say, but just gonna let it set up here for a little bit. And I'm probably gonna do the exact same for the water pump. And after the water pump's on, I'm gonna touch it up, clean it up, and add some touch-up paint. But this is where we're at so far. It's not looking too bad, not too shabby at all. Okay, water pump is on, and everything is on, even the oil pan. You can tell the engine's kind of cockeyed. No, it's not the camera, it's the engine. I attempted to turn it, but this is as much as I could do. And as you can tell, I brought the engine hoist in here. And oh, what are you? Oh, some RTV. Anyway, besides the point, water pump's on. The oil pan is on. I put the same amount of RTV on the oil pan like I did the timing cover and the water pump, so that shouldn't leak, hopefully. Fingers crossed. So right now what I'm gonna do is do my best attempt at hooking this up, take some weight off so I can spin it up to the top, and then we will evaluate the head. I think I'm just gonna actually just run the head as it is. Thought process behind that is if the head's bad, that's something I can do in the car, hopefully. But you know, just really eager to get it in the car and start driving the Mustang around. So just gonna wait on the head for right now. Kind of painted it. Look at the special spark plugs I bought. They're custom. Can't find those anywhere, so I paid extra for those. Yep. So yeah, I'll put this guy on a time lapse or fast forward so you guys can watch me struggle try to flip this engine right side up. So here we go. Okay, sorry about that. Phone died. I was hoping to get a shot of it being flipped over, but yeah, it didn't work out like I wanted it to. Ended up having to just, you know, kind of manhandle it and pick it up from the exhaust and intake and the head. So not what I wanted, but we ended up getting it done. Noticed there's some spots that need to be touched up, and don't know how this all happened, but we're gonna clean that up, clean these rods up and everything. And just make sure everything, clean all this up, get the red taken care of, change it to blue. But yeah, like I said, I don't like cutting corners here, but more or less just want to get it in the Mustang before, you know, Michigan summer is over and we got 2 feet of snow, so. Okay, this is the valve cover. It's not the best paint job for the Power by Ford, but is what it is. And this is the final look on the engine, with all the gaskets and new parts on. So, like I said, not the best work, but we spruce it up a little bit. It's better than that red, and it looks a heck of a lot better. Got to put the distributor in and the carburetor back on instead of the rag, but I'm gonna worry about doing that when it gets in the car. Next episode, we're going to work on getting the Mustang in the garage, getting the old engine out, and cleaning up the engine bay, and maybe doing a little bit of brake work. We'll see how crazy we want to get. But yeah, I don't think it looks too bad. So before I pull the Mustang in, I gotta clean up. This is driving me crazy, but it's been a long couple days getting this ready to go. But looks good. It's time to get it in the Mustang.